Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Thank you for spending this time with me. This is going to be a pick a card reading about balancing the elements, so earth, water, air, and fire, which is the mind, the body, your connections, and your energy. So we're gonna have 4 piles today. You can pick and choose. If you're drawn to more than one pile, that means there's more than one pile for your messages. So you'd have messages in like either 2 or 3, or if you're called to all of them, there's messages in all of them for you. You can either pick with the tarot decks or the crystals that I have here. After, I'm gonna go through a little breakdown, and I'm gonna do the shuffling of the cards. If you want to join me there, you're more than welcome to. I'm going to be talking about what exactly the elements do entail, and what you can do to like use the energies. And without further ado, we have the pile 1 here with the desert rose. As well as this is just a general Rider-Waite tarot deck, but it's very cool. So I just called her Adele, so this is going to be Adele for pile 1. And then for pile 2, we have the Muse Tarot, as well as the blue Kyanite. For pile 3, we have the Anima Mundi Tarot, as well as the Petrified Wood. And then finally, for pile number 4, we have the Pastel Journey Tarot with the Labradorite. And again, if you want to join me for the pre-shuffling as well as the breakdown of the deck or the reading, you can keep watching, or we'll see you in your piles. Welcome back. If you chose to watch the pre-shuffling as well as a little bit of a breakdown for the reading, this is going to be this section for that. So I'm going to be pre-shuffling all of the piles here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. I'm going to explain a little bit what fire, water, earth, and air kind of are all about. So let's get started, because there's going to be lots of cards. So first, we're going to pick one for the general energy for fire. Fire is everything energetic, so anything about action, creation, passion, and vitality. It's a masculine element, but it is also like the feminine of the masculine. So it has like that's where you get that creativity. So this is going to be for each of the piles, the general energy for fire. And then we're gonna pick one for water. Water is everything about your connections, so like your emotions, your intuition, fertility, and this is feminine energy, but it's the feminine of the feminine, so feminine, double feminine here. We're gonna pick a card for each pile. And next we're going to be doing earth, which is anything body, so physical, materials, anything that brings you stability and safety. This is also a feminine element, but it's the masculine of the feminine. So we're going to pick a card for each of these. Each of the piles. And then last but not least, we have air, which is everything about the mind, so the intellect, imagination, communication, anything mind related. And this is the masculine element. So let's pick a card for each of these. And as well, all the zodiac signs, if you wanted to know about these for each of the signs. Fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then air is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. So next, the cards that we're going to pick, we're going to be picking cards for how to, or sorry, the weaknesses to learn from for each of the elements. So let's do for fire. For water, oh, fire's gonna get some fiery. That was the Tantric Journey, if anybody saw that. So fire's gonna be a fiery one. Let's pick one for earth. This is weak points in each of the energies. And then air. Let's do one more here. Here we go. And then as well, if you wanted to know about the planets for each of the elements. So the planets for fire is where you have Mars, Jupiter, and the Sun. So very fiery energy, very like action oriented. Water is all about the Moon, Neptune, and Pluto. So transformation, intuition, that's where all of those come in. Earth is Saturn and Venus, and obviously Earth, but we're on Earth, so Earth is is a given, is in everything. And then air is Mercury and Uranus. So those are all the planets related to the elements. Next, in the reading, we're gonna pick a card for each of the elements for strengths to pull from. So where the elements are strong. So let's pick one for fire for each of the piles. Everybody's gonna be getting different cards. So let's pick one for water. I didn't get to see that one, so we'll keep that one secret. But that's where I wanted to go. Fire is on the ball today. And then one more for air. So these are the strengths in each of the elements. There we go. And then another thing, if you wanted to know about which element is the best to work with, like timing wise, fire is noon and summer, water is sunset and fall, earth is midnight and winter, and then air is sunrise and spring. And then at the end, I'm gonna go through a couple tools and crystals that you can use to better relate to these elements and like use their energies. It's starting to get some pretty big piles here. It's going to be a long one. Next, we were going to do how to balance each of the elements. So let's pick one for fire. How to balance fire. How to balance water for each of the piles. How to balance earth. And then obviously we're going to clarify each of these with your tarot decks. Like I said, it's going to be a long one. And then last but not least, we're going to pick one to balance out air. All right, I only have one more deck of cards that I wanted to go with. This is well, if you wanted to know about the decks, they're all going to be in the description box as always. This one is going to be any advice from spirit. I'm going to pick 3 cards for each pile. So let's shuffle these. Any advice for my piles? 1, 2, 3, and 4 today. And this is going to be a timeless reading, so whenever it finds you, trust that the messages are going to be for you. And this is a collective reading, so keep in mind that not all of the messages are going to resonate with you. Use your intuition to pick which ones actually call to you. You know your own situation better. And here we go. Did I pick 4? I think I picked 4. Yeah, I picked 4. So yeah, I guess we're gonna have 4 spirit messages. So here we go. Now, if you wanted to know about crystals that are good to work with, for fire, citrine, bloodstone, carnelian, garnet, those are all very good to work with for fire. As well as any tools that you could use is candles, obviously, is straight from fire. Wands, pyramids as well. And obviously sunbathing. Fire, the weakness of fire is water, and the strength, like the element that it strengthens is air. So fire and air are good together. Fire and water, no bueno, no good. And for water, for crystals that you might want to use to use the energy of the water, you can get moonstone, aquamarine, rose quartz as well is really good. It's like for the heart. And lapis lazuli is really good for that as well. Any tools that you can use for water, obviously cups, so like anything with water, anything hydrating, shells, sand, salt, and as well as mirrors. And like we said, water, water is not good with fire, but it is good with earth. So fire and earth complement each other. And then for earth, any crystals that you could use for petrified wood, which is actually one of the piles that I put at the crystal there, hematite, very grounding, jasper, and smoky quartz as well. Those are all very grounding crystals. For tools that you can use, obviously crystals coming straight from the earth, herbs, wood, anything, coins, food, like ground root vegetables, so like potatoes. It's time to eat your potatoes. You want to get grounded. Earth is no bueno with air and is very good with earth, or with water, sorry. So earth and water, yes. Earth and air, no. And then the extra ones, so like earth and fire, they're kind of like they cancel out each other. They're neutral together. And then finally we have the air. Any crystals would be labradorite, which is also on one of the piles. Any quartz, so clear quartz especially, selenite and fluorite. Those are all very good to work for air. And any other tools would be like incense, feathers, bells, wind chimes, anything that moves wind, and brooms as well, clearing out clutter and stuff, sweeping, cleansing, and then a pen, writing down anything, because it's everything that has to do with communication. And then for air, earth is not good, earth is not good, and fire is good. So these two go together, these two go together, these two don't go together, these two don't go together. And yeah, this is going to be all of the cards. They're all shuffled, waiting for you to watch your readings. So we'll see you there. Bye. Hello, pile 1. If you chose the desert rose crystal, as well as Adele for the tarot clarification, this is going to be your reading. I gotta say already, what I'm feeling is a lot of fire in this pile, but we're gonna see what the cards are saying. We did get to see one in the pre-shuffling, so if you wanted to go back and check that, you're more than welcome to. There's still time. Let's shuffle these a little bit before we get into the reading. So first we're going to take a look at what each of the elements main energy is. So we're going to start with fire, then go to water, earth, and then finish with air. So these are going to be the cards for each of the elements. So first we're going to start with the fire. What we have: realization. The frequency of realization supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our higher expression in this world. Okay, so what I'm getting with that is for fire, it seems like you're very self-aware of your creative passions, but there might not be any action towards them. So let's clarify this one here for the main energy of fire. We have the Eight of Wands. So yeah, we need to be moving into our creative passions direction. They want us to move there. So that's what I'm seeing for the fire here. Let's take a look at the main energy for water. This is the card that flipped over, actually. So we got Tantric Journey. The frequency of Tantric Journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. And I'm getting sensual, not sexual energies. So with the water, we need a little bit more, we're looking for that sensual experiences, not sexual, for our emotions and our connections, because water is all about our emotions, intuition, anything fertility related, connections. So we're looking for more sensual, less sexual. That's where water energy is at. Let's clarify this one. We have the Three of Swords. Yeah, we might have been let down a little bit when we focus too much on sexual matters. So what we need is sensual experiences. So bringing in all the senses. So sight, like hearing, your touch, smell. So like lighting candles, massages, like, making the experience, fun. And sensual, not sexual. It's nothing about wham bam, thank you ma'am. None of that. That's our current energy that I see for our connections and our water. Let's take a look at the main energy for Earth. We have perception. The frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. What I'm feeling with the Earth is that there might be a little bit too much stability. We need to get out of our comfort zone. When we get too comfortable in a situation, and I mean, you got the green here, so obviously Earth it seems to be very balanced, as well as all the elements right now seem to be very balanced, but there might be a little bit of fire that we need to release into our connections, and more water that needs to be connected to our fire, as well as water for our perception. I'm going by colors here. Colors say a lot about reading intuitively as well. So yeah, what I'm getting is like the Earth is too grounded almost. Like there's too much stability. So we need to expand. We need to grow. Let's clarify. We have the King of Swords. And again, this is very like a very balanced. He's the King of Swords, very balanced within the mind. So like we're in a good place mentally and physically. So when these two are super balanced, it usually means that there's more passion that needs to be grounded. Let's take a look at the air energy, and that'll be the last one for the main energies of the elements. We have remembrance. The frequency of remembrance supports our memory of everything that we have gone through as a soul and body, providing us with valuable information and tools to flow gracefully with and in this life. Yeah, again, I was feeling very, very balanced mentally as well. Let's clarify that though. We could be reminiscing about the past, like past memories, past experiences, maybe some of the good times. And then we have the Queen of Swords. So we had counterparts here. So again, very balanced. These two are very balanced, earth and air. And usually earth and air, they don't go well together. They're not complementary. So earth, the element that would balance it out would be water, which we do see here. Like if we could let go a little bit, we might not so much like lose the groundedness, but it would expand it, make growth. Earth needs water to make anything grow. So with remembrance here, yeah, like remembering our past experiences, where we'd like to see our energies go. We're probably reminiscing too much on like some experiences that were good, and we're like, oh, why is it not so good this time? Or like, why like I don't want to move away from that because it might be bad. But then that just brings fear and no movement. So with the Four of Cups underneath here, it's like we're not taking steps to we're being given opportunities and we're putting them aside because we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. So those are the main energies for each of the elements. Next, we're going to look at the weaknesses. So where fire is weak, we'll take a look at this one. We have watermelon. Have fun with your inner child. We got 3 here, repetitive 3s. Watermelon, yeah, have fun with your inner child. That's we might be realizing that, well, we've been too much work and no play. We need to have more fun with our passions. May bring more senses into the like making an experience. Because motivation doesn't come by itself. You need to start doing something, and then when you see that it's working, then the motivation comes to bring you forward and you want to keep doing it. So we need more fun with our passions. Let's take a look at the weakness for water. We have bronze with strengthen your body. I'm feeling a lot that our fantasies need to be more grounded. They need to be expressed in the 3D. Again, with the tantric journey, like making it an experience. Especially with the browns here, it feels like it needs to be grounded. It's looking to be grounded in the 3D. So anything, any fantasies, doesn't always have to be sexual. There's lots of fantasies that have nothing to do with that. But yeah, making it a sensual experience, not just in love. And I know it is connections, but like you have a connection to you as well, and your body is exactly that. It's you connect to your body, you connect to your intuition. It's like when you strengthen your body, you strengthen your intuition as well. Let's take a look at the weakness for earth. Green with revitalize your nervous system. And again, with the green, we see that we're very grounded. It's almost too stable. It's not really weak, but there's also no growth. So it's finding the balance. Again, lots of threes here. 3 is repetitive. Let's take a look. Oh wait, let's clarify. I don't think I even clarified any of them. Or we'll clarify them after. Let's do that. That's what I'm being called to do. Let's take a look at the weaknesses for air. We have lavender, connect to body, mind, and soul. And we got 44 here, master number. Your mind may be overpowering your intuition a little bit. That's where we need to ground, strengthen our body to bring it to the 3D. Yeah, you need a better connection through your body. That's what I'm getting. Using your mind, because it seems to be very balanced. To like when it's very balanced, it's so much easier to speak to your body. But it's getting over that ego that always wants to control everything and just letting the downloads come to you. So let's clarify these here. Let's clarify, why is watermelon here? The 2 of Cups. We might be wanting to share our inner child with other people as well. Let's clarify why strengthen your body is here. We got the 10 of Wands, maybe a little bit burdened. We might have a lot of fantasies that we never really ground in the 3D. And that can take its toll on also our mind, because when we're telling our mind, when our mind comes up with things and we're not listening to them, it's almost like you're telling your body and your mind that like, oh no, like you don't matter, like type of thing. It's not like I'd rather focus on different things that are too grounded, like that I know are comfortable, but that's where the stagnation happens. Let's clarify why green is here. Revitalize your nervous system. We have the Page of Pentacles. Again, very, very stable, but very slow moving. Like he's very slow to get moving. It's like we need to start thinking as a beginner again. Like we've mastered our earth. We need to expand it. Get back to a beginner mindset here. Let's clarify why lavender is here. 9 of Wands. Yeah, it's our mind is like almost guarding our intuition to come through, to give us more. And underneath here we have the Star. And this one is like, I kind of iffy with the Star because she's like pouring, but pouring onto the ground. So it could feel like a waste, but what I'm getting is that you're missing out on opportunities because you're not you're seeing it as a waste, but she's also watering the green here. So all those plants, they're growing because she's watering them. So like it's more of a time to focus on fire and water, I feel, than air and earth, because those seem to be very grounded. Let's take a look now at where all the elements are strong. Where can you pull strength from them? So first with fire, we have candles with magic, again with the sensual experiences. That's funny because I did this reading for myself before and half of these cards came out for me, so definitely this is my pile as well. And this is why I decided to make myself like a water themed bracelet at the same time with the blue nails. So like I was trying to like balance the fire. So much fire coming out. Yeah, seeing the magic in things when we make it an experience with the sensual, you get to see more magic. Manifesting is also very strong right now, is what I see. So lots of fire that needs to come out. Let's clarify. What magic should we be making with all this fire? Queen of Pentacles. Making a habit out of all the stability that we have, making a habit out of getting out of our comfort zone so we can create even more stability, expand our stability, is what I'm getting here. We got the King of Pentacles. So obviously with the Two of Cups also coming here, partnering with somebody could be a very good time. With the Tantric Journey, it was about connecting with others as well. So sharing some of our fantasies. Let's take a look at where water is strong. We have the Herbal Kitchen with Alchemist. It's a very strong connection to Earth, which these are, like I said, complementary. They go very good together. So the connection is there, but it needs to be grounded more into our connections. And then let's see here. Yeah, strong connection to Earth, but it's almost like sensualize making your food as well, like feeding your body, strengthening your body, like making an experience out of making supper at night. Could be very beneficial as well. Have fun with all the different herbs and spices. Because again, your intuition is on point and you have a lot of passion. So use that passion, even in those little things, like making supper. Let's clarify. The Alchemist. Where can we alchemize our connections? The Star. And yeah, again, seeing the growth. We talked about the Star as well, like how she was like pouring from the like endless puddle and making things grow, like the endless passions that you have. Pull from those. Yeah, start something new, go through that doorway. But again, with the stagnation, it almost looks like these things are not growing anymore. It's kind of just like barren. You need to like grow out of that. Let's take a look at where Earth is strong. We have Moon with cycles. Yeah, again, getting that like needs to be released. Like we're like at the end of our phase, like we need to upgrade. We're looking for some upgrades here. We're at the end of the earthy rope. And like take the time to see where it wants to lead you. There's no rush. Obviously you have a lot of fire, so regardless, it's probably gonna go pretty fast anyways. Let's clarify why. Victorious here. Yeah, you've mastered it. You're already successful at it. So now it's time to grow out of that. Find something new. With the Two of Cups again showing up. We want to share. We want to share our like our groundedness with other people. You probably have a lot of wisdom to share with other people. Don't be afraid to talk about it. And finally, let's take a look at air and where air is strong. We have Witch with Healer. Yeah, you're probably the healing pile here. So don't be afraid to share your healing with other people, because obviously, I mean, you're doing something right here. You're a natural healer, especially with herbs I'm getting. You might have like a workout routine that you could share, that you could do with somebody else. Share the healing. All right, King of Wands here. Lots of kings and queens. So you see, like you're very mastered. Like you know what to do with your body, but it wants a bigger connection with like your inner child. So going deep, going deep with somebody else. Let's take a look also now at how we can balance balance these elements? First, we'll take a look at fire. How can we balance fire? Pyrite, bring on the abundance. All right, all that passion and creativity, it needs to be used as an outlet for all the, it can bring in a lot of abundance. See that, yeah, obviously you have it's an abundance, so it needs to be shared, or else when it doesn't get shared, it I'm getting connected to fire or earth here, like a volcano. It like explodes, and it doesn't always, it's, you know, unpredictable. So when we get to control where we want the explosion, it's not so chaotic because we're still in control. How can we balance water? With the sunstone, with fire. Embrace your main character energy. Yeah, don't be afraid to share your energy, your wants and needs. They do matter. So water needs to be balanced with fire. All that creativeness needs to come out. And the fire needs to be balanced out with the green here, with the groundedness, and it needs to be balanced with earth. And fire and earth, they're kind of neutral to each other. So especially that these are very balanced, like this is an overabundance I see, but we could probably use the abundance there and ground it into 3D, and those will balance out. So let's see how we can balance earth here. Citrine with fire. Tackle that to-do list. Yeah, like tackle the mundane tasks first, because then to make a magic list. So like tackle all the stuff that we don't overly like to do, and then make yourself a magical list. All of the things that you want to do. And if you don't want to do all the mundane stuff at once, do one mundane, one magic, one mundane, one magic. Make it an experience. So again, we need some of that creativity in the 3D. Let's see what needs to be balanced in air. The fire again. Jasper, check yourself before you wreck yourself. And I mean, that's exactly with the volcano thing that came through earlier as a download. It needs an outlet. All that fire needs to go somewhere. What better way to bring it down into the earth? Because it might not be, you might think that it's a silly idea, but your brain didn't. That's why it gave you that idea. And obviously if your brain thinks it, that he's like, your brain pulls it from the collective. So he's not going to be the only one that's there, that only person that has thought of it. So yeah, all in all, fire needs to be put into everything. So we need passion into everything right now. Let's see what else. Your inner child wants to believe in magic again. Yeah. Take the lead and lead with your heart. And if you keep the fire inside, that's where the anxiety comes. Because again, your brain feels like all these ideas that I gave to you and you didn't ground them anywhere. It feels like less than, and the anxiety, like, where am I going wrong? So heal the connection to your heart, because it'll give you so much confidence and you won't even think about any of the anxieties. But with the fire, it definitely matters what you think. Let's take a look at any sort of advice that Spirit would have for you. And I have 4 here. I was going to go for 3, but I guess we're doing 4. Oh, no, we're going to clarify them with your tarot deck here. So let's clarify all of these, and then we'll move on to the advice. So clarify pyrite here with bring on the abundance. Why is there so much fire? Because we want to share. There's some passions that we need to share. And not just with ourselves. We want to share it to other people. Yeah, and it needs movement. And like bounce ideas back with somebody else. Two heads are better than one. Let's clarify here why the sunstone. But I'm already getting like we need a little bit more confidence here. And it goes back again to like the motivation. You got to start. Yeah, you got to start. You're with your Nine of Cups here, like it's like niggling you, like can we do something? Can we do this? Offer something to somebody else that you if you're looking for a relationship, it would be a good time to put that offer on the table. Maybe that other person doesn't even know that that's even an option. Let's clarify citrine. That to-do list. Where does it need to be grounded? And the King of Cups. Yeah, it's like we're stable in all of that like chaotic water here. Like even everything that like is like all moving around us, like all the things that we're hoping to bring down into earth, but we're so grounded that it's not like we're stable in chaos type of thing. And that's a great energy to move with because you know that you're already stable. So the chaos shouldn't be a thing. Like it shouldn't even be an obstacle for you. You're good in it. You've mastered that. And then let's clarify the last one here. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Where is there a possibility that we would wreck ourselves? Nine of Cups, we'd wreck our dreams because we're not grounding them in the 3D. It's like our higher self is there waiting. You're like, I want all these things, but we're not doing anything because we're so like stable. Like there's not growth. There's no growth there. We want our 10 of Pentacles here. So yeah, definitely use all that fire that you have right now. Ground it. There's probably, if you're looking at a side business, that would be a very, very opportune time to do that. Could be a very abundant idea coming to you. And last but not least, let's take a look at advice from Spirit. Dragonfly, Spirit, truth transcends illusion. And 22 here, usually that's the teacher master number. And we had 44 here. Yeah, teach that how grounded you are to other people. And usually if you're like more of a hermit, like usually even when you start taking care of everything on your to-do list, it makes other people want to do the same. And that's where you bring healing. You don't even need to acknowledge the healing. It happens regardless. Your true self would always shine brighter. So don't be afraid to show that. Let's take a look at another one. We have Scarab Beetle Spirit with 52. Magic works through you. Yeah, your inner child with all that magic that it used to see, it's still there. It needs to be grounded. It wants to see all the magic in the world. And you have infinite creative potential, especially with all the fire that you have right now. So use it before you lose it. Use it before it explodes into chaos that you don't want. Again, with all the fire here, you need to get some fire in those. Let's take a look at this one. Swan Spirit. Time for a deep dive. And again, you see the demi-swan is like that with that Two of Cups that kept showing up. Is somebody trying to trying to niggle you here, trying to get into your energy. It could be a very good connection. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be a connection in business as well. A very deep connection in business. And then we have bee spirit. Sweet results await. Yeah, time to get into that little worker bee energy here. And like go as deep as your childhood. Because you had projects as a child as well. And you probably want to come back out. Whatever you put your energy towards is going to be very successful. So now is the time. Tackle that to-do list. And yeah, that is all that I see for my pile number ones. I hope you found some insight how to balance out your elements here. If you'd like to look at what decks I use, that's going to be in the description box. As well as if you're looking for a more personal elemental reading, the link is also going to be in the description box. A like and a subscribe is always a good way to support me. And yeah, thanks guys. Have a good one. Hi, pile 2. If you chose the blue Kyanite, as well as the Muse Tarot for your clarification, this is going to be your reading. How to balance your elements. So first we're going to take a look at the general energy of each element. So fire, water, earth, and air. Then we're going to look at the weaknesses, the strengths, how to balance them, and any advice from spirit. So let's take a look at the main energies for each of the elements. We got 4 here. So first let's start with the fire. We have romantic love. The frequency of romantic love supports our journey to feel whole and complete through the experience with and reflection of a conscious lover. Okay, right on fire. So what I feel here is there's a romantic love that might be getting fiery. Just remember that we're the 3D is all about duality, so it could go either way, either fiery in the sheets or fiery in something needs to be said. So we'll clarify that with your deck here. Can you clarify romantic love? We have justice. Some truths coming to light. Maybe some feelings being expressed. That I couldn't even say it, so it's probably something that's been overdue. Getting that fiery energy. Let's take a look at the water energy. We have passion. The frequency of passion reminds us that beneath every intense emotion lies the hidden gem of insight, balance, and calm. It assists us in finding the balance within this intensity, moving us from chaos to the calm of its core, where we can let its long-lasting wisdom fill us up. Okay, very, very fiery in the water. Again, with the passion and the intense emotion. So again, coming out that some things need to be said here pertaining to a romantic love. If this is if you don't have a romantic interest, this is probably not your reading. Or if you don't have a romantic interest yet, that doesn't mean that it's not coming. Maybe where it's brewing. Let's clarify here. Passion. Passion in the water. And water is all about our connections. So 5 of emotions. Something that's been frozen again with here. coming to light. A rippling effect that if we let it go on for too long, it might make too big of a ripple. So it's probably better, like if your intention, if your emotions are too intense, it's probably good to wait till they calm down a little bit to make the ripples a little more easy, less chaotic. Let's take a look at the earth. We have authority. The frequency of authority reminds us that true authority is powerful, directed, and realized, yet receptive, wise, and loving. Yeah, being careful with our words. But I see here with the colors here, they're very already grounded. Yeah, powerful authority. You're probably very influential right now. And as Spider-Man's uncle would say, with great power comes great responsibility. So again, be careful with your words. Let's clarify authority. You have the 9 of emotions. Yeah, I see it related to something that might not be fulfilling to us, but we need to speak it. Like maybe there's not enough passion in our romantic life, and it needs to be said before it escalates, before somebody in the relationship has an eye for something else. Be mindful of that. Or somebody that needs more passion in the relationship here. Like, don't be afraid to speak up. Like, break yourself open. If the person really cares, it won't matter. It'll bring you to that 9 of cups. Let's take a look at the air, the mind. Crown chakra. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. So I feel like you, with especially with the earth energy that is very grounded already, right now is a good time to you're very tapped into like your spirit, what you wish to bring down. Like your crown chakra is wide open. So that's why, again, with authority, like it's very, very influential times for you right now. So use that energy wisely. Like use your authority wisely. Let's clarify the crown chakra. And air is all about the mind, so the crown chakra is right in its element again. So earth and air seem to be already pretty balanced. It's all about that fire and water. They're completely like reversed. And fire and water, they do not mesh well together. Let's clarify the crown chakra here. Temperance, all about moderation. Looking at the duality, so both sides of the equation, there's always 2 sides to a coin, again with the duality coming in strong here. Yeah, be receptive to the other energies that come into your field, because I feel like you're going to be very tapped into it, and you'll be able to see both sides and move towards a direction that will be beneficial to both parties. There shouldn't be any compromise. The only compromise here is like not showing your emotions, which is never a good thing, because when you push them down, they have a tendency to come back fiery. Let's take a look at where the elements are weak right now. So this is going to be for fire. Pearl, connect to the divine. Yeah, we might be suppressing our divine nature because we want to please. Be careful with the loyalties. Like, be loyal to yourself first. Actually, let's put that on top here so we see the pearl. And yeah, when it's like, because it's covering the fire now, it's almost like you're covering your passion, making it like black and white, but it's not black and white. So yeah, we need to tap in more into our passions, bring that fire back, like the emotionally bringing them back into fire. Like, and fire is a masculine, it needs an action, so it needs to be said. Let's take a look at where water is weak. Pink, let love in. And I get that there's boundaries or walls that are too high. So remember to not build fortress walls, just boundaries. They don't need to be even physical. They need to be like clear, but not fortress walls that you never let like anything in. Again, staying in the like the reds where it should be blue, you know, because water is all about water and like connection, intuition. So it's being blocked here because we're not letting the love in. We're not speaking the love in. Let's clarify those after. Let's bring all the weaknesses first. Let's take a look at where earth is weak. We have lemon, excess innovative thinking. Okay, so yeah, there might be some sour emotions here that need to come to light. And needs to be expressed in a different way, like a different perspective. When you let both of the, when you see both sides of the coins, it's easier to bring them together. Careful about like the knowing all, like you're like, keep a beginner mindset. Like, even if you've been with the person in question for like a long time, just remember that there's always something new that you can learn from that person, about yourself as well. It just needs a different perspective. It needs both sides of the coins here. Definitely getting sour energy though here in the 3D from not letting our emotions come through, which is in turn blocking our passions. Let's take a look at the crown chakra here, the air. We have blue, activate your healing power. Yeah, we might be feeling nervous about speaking this truth, or overexcited. And especially with but again, it's very like, we're very in our mind, like it's balanced, but careful careful not to be overloaded with all the downloads that you're going to get, especially with your crown chakra being so open. It can bring a lot of healing, but if like, you have to be able to see what's yours and what's the other, like the third party energy, because you're gonna have both. And that's probably why like you feel you're probably like in your empath getting a lot of downloads. So listen to the downloads, but that doesn't mean take action on the downloads just yet. Make sure you have all the information before you step in, because you don't want to turn situations sour. Let's clarify each of these for the weaknesses. Make sure I have the right upside down here. Let's clarify how we can connect more to our fire. We have Ace of Materials, like starting a new endeavor here, bringing something into 3D, so something that we've been thinking about a lot. Letting it be known. Let's clarify, let love in. Where are we not letting the love in? We have the Three of Materials. Yeah, we're not sharing what, where we want this pentacle to go, where we want our seed to grow to. And I feel here with, they're all like very close to ears, so like you don't need to shout for this person to hear you type thing, you know, like you don't need to let it get this big before like speaking your mind. They're going to be very receptive to it as well. Let's clarify lemon here. What is turning this sour? Where is the possibility of it being sour? Strength. And again, with that, what I'm getting is not receiving the other person's perspective, or feeling like we're the ones that are always right, but there is such a thing as both parties being right, as well as both parties being wrong. Beginner mindset here. Like there's no such thing as knowing everything. And again, she's not prying this lion's mouth open. She's writing the strength. Let's clarify blue here with activating your healing power. The Ten of Emotions, emotional fulfillment. And again with the flower here, the flower of light, that life that we had on the crown chakra. It's very, very open, but we need to tap into it more. We need to listen to it. Our intuition it comes from our body, but it, like, the mind is the one that makes it understandable to us. Nine of Materials underneath here. Yeah, focus on where you want to go, not all the things that we're trying to move away from. So instead of going towards, like, if you have something negative to say, always say two other positive about the same situation. Like, this is bothering me, but I do like that this and this, like, I would like more of this and this type thing. Next, let's take a look at where the elements are strong. So we're going to start with fire. We have Watchtower of the North, winter. Yeah, use your influence that you have with earth here. And showing your dark side doesn't mean that you have to harm somebody. Like, no, that's not what the dark side is all about. The dark side is everything that's suppressed. Like, you don't need to yell to. And power is usually associated with the dark side as well, depending on which side of the spectrum you're looking at it from. Again, it's changing the perspective. Something needs to thaw here, though, and it's a good time to thaw it, is what I'm getting from that. Those passions, they need to come out. Where you would like more passion in the relationship. Or if it's not coming from you, maybe there is a person that you should be asking these questions, because maybe they don't let the love in and it's very hard for them to be open emotionally. So when you give that first door, like when you open that first door, it's easier for the to open it after, for them to walk through the door type thing. Let's clarify the winter here. Why is it in fire? Four of Emotions. Yeah, we're keeping something inside again. Something is being kept inside the cup. with the Knight of Emotions underneath here. Again, what I'm getting is like, it's a good time to thaw, like the blockages here. Because it does seem like there's not a lot of fire in your energy right now. And the fire that we do see is over here in the water, which is not in, like it should be on the ground in 3D, because fire and earth, they kind of like, they nullify each other. They're not bad or good together. They're just okay. Let's take a look at for where water is strong. We have litho with intensification. Yeah, there's that fire there, but it's not very big yet. Don't overcomplicate things. Just go with the flow, because that could block it as well. Like, those intense feelings are there for a reason. They need to be expressed. But let's clarify that. And don't give away your power either. Like waiting for something to come to you instead. Like that's not always the approach that you need, especially when there's no fire. Fire is all about action. And right now it seems like it's very stagnant. That it needs a push type thing. Let's clarify though. Intensification. How can we use these intense emotions to our advantage? Three of emotions, which is usually about like celebrating. After you do get to open up, you probably feel a lot better, like load off your shoulders here. You'll bring those two heads, the heart and the mind, together into that one, because three's a crowd, is what I'm getting with this here. And when you listen to your heart and your mind without bringing them together, you never know the other side of the coin, right? Because you're always in limbo between the two. And also, especially when you speak it, when you clarify it with the person, you get the 10 of materials. It brings like fulfillment. You're not guessing. You're not assuming. Let's take a look at where Earth is strong. We have Samhain with death. Yeah, any change you make right now is going to be very long-lasting, very grounded, especially with Samhain coming up very soon. When I'm filming this reading, if you're watching it as I'm posting it. Yeah, anything that you decide to change right now, it'll be a habit. It'll be long lasting. It's not going to be it keeps coming back. It's going to be like the lesson was learned. It doesn't need to be back. Let's clarify the change here that we could be making. The 10 of materials, yeah, bringing down what like having space to open up that conversation that we need to have, because it's ready to be had. It's gonna be a change that's gonna be lasting. It's gonna be something that'll be easier next time to bring back up, or something. It'll be easier to have that conversation again. Maybe a conversation about something different, but just as important. And finally, let's take a look at where air is strong. We have water with cleansing. Yeah, like being sensitive, it's a gift. It's not, I know a lot of people say that it could be a curse, because especially when you get lots of downloads like this, not being able to decipher what are your feelings and what are the others. But it's a gift because you already have that extra, like, niggle, like if you just need confirmation from the other party, like you already have that like assuming, I guess, but like we never want to assume, we never want to like actually say that that is for sure what it is, because if we're assuming, we don't know, there's no clarification, it's just a feeling. But I see that your feelings are very right, but you still need to confirm them. You can't just think that your feelings are law. Let's clarify cleansing though. How can we use the water here? What needs to be cleansed about these intense emotions? The Seven of Emotions. There's probably more than one thing that needs to be said, needs to be cleansed. But think of the one that that'll bring the two heads back together. What is the most important one to you? Because again, with the Nine of Inspiration here, don't again with the walls, like don't put up walls. No relationship has ever worked with walls. You need boundaries, healthy boundaries, but you need to let those boundaries be known, because with even if you're super tapped in, you need confirmation. Plus it gives you that ego boost that like your intuition was right. Ego is not a bad thing. Ego is it helps us. It's a shadow that is good. It's not, we need egos because we need to feel proud of the things that we accomplished. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's take a look at how to balance these elements here. Let's start out with fire. We have malachite. Break up with toxic old patterns. Yeah, break up or change your limiting beliefs. If you're someone that usually is intense with their emotions, this is a good way to take a step back. Use the authority that you have. And you don't have to move on to let go. It's like you don't have to forget to forgive. And again here with the it needs, like, something about the heart needs to be said. It needs to come into the 3D with the greens here. But let's clarify that one. What toxic patterns need to be broken? 10 of Voices. Yeah, taking too long before we speak our minds. Feeling like our opinion is not as valuable as as other people might think. Like we think we might be putting on too much to somebody else, but no. Got two tens here. It's time to break that old pattern. Yes, here you go. Break it and then start new with like clarification. You know exactly what you want, so say it. Let's take a look at how to balance water. Sugilite. Keep it simple and sweet. Yeah, you don't need to overcomplicate things. Go with the flow. Like, start the conversation. That doesn't mean don't start it. Start the conversation, but see where it leads. And don't push. You don't need to push. If it's meant to be said, it'll be natural. Don't push it. And if it doesn't work that time, there's always another time. But let's clarify, where can we keep it simple and sweet? Don't forget about the sweet. Like, be careful with the words again here. Let's clarify. How do we keep it simple and sweet? Seven of emotions. Again, coming out here. All of the things are going to need to be said. That's where we're going to get that emotional balance here. But see which ones arise first. If it's not a time to be pushy. That doesn't mean like try and like start a conversation, or if something kind of relates, you can like put a bullet point and like, oh, and how about this, and like you can direct the conversation, but everything's going to need to come out to stay sweet, because when it's all going to be said, then the simple is going to stay, that is going to come. Like it's gonna be a lot simpler than if you're trying to hide all these things. But let's see. Okay, this one also wanted to come out here. Knight of take your time. Again, with the flower coming back here, see with your crown chakra being super open, you'll know when the time is right. You'll be able to see, and all of these things will come out. You'll get the clarity that you need. Let's see where you can balance Earth. Tiger's Eye, you've earned your stripes. Yeah, like you've earned all that influence that you have it, so use it wisely. But again, it's very balanced here. The only thing that I see not balanced already in the Earth is the change that we need to make with not speaking our minds here. Like all your experiences that you've had, they've made you who you are. You have wisdom to share, but it needs to be shared. Let's clarify. How did you earn your stripes? Which stripes should be shared at this time? Other than your influence, obviously, because that seems to be coming by itself. Nine of emotions. I feel like you've had this emotional fulfillment before, probably once in the relationship in question. So like remind of that time, all the things that you enjoyed then. We have the King of Cups underneath here. You've had that mastery. Finally, let's take a look at how to balance. But yeah, the Earth seems to be already pretty grounded, pretty stable. It just needs to, like, it relates back more to the water that needs to be balanced out. Lots of cups and voices here, which is the mind, but in this deck it's voices, so it's saying it again. Speaking your truth. But let's take a look at how to balance out air. We have Celestite. Let your dreams talk to you. You're probably going to get some downloads in your dreams. And usually if like the dreams are not very clear, it like dreams are never really clear. It's always about the subconscious trying to talk to you about something. But that's where you use your intuition, which seems to already be on point. Like, look, like you have the blues here. And air is all about the mind, but blue is all about communication. So see what your dreams tell you. Let's see, how can we be more open to our dreams here? We have the Two of Materials, but it did come upside down. So, and we have the Two of Inspirations underneath here. Yeah, it's also almost like we're thinking about all these things, so it's like it's hard for the right things to come through here. So set clear intentions before you go to bed. Like, ask your subconscious, like, what's the first thing that we should talk about? If you like, especially because with your authority here, like you can take the lead on your own, like control your own your own mind here, which is already pretty balanced, so it'll be super easy. But not thinking about all of the things, the whole big picture. Think of the first thing that'll bring you that your wishes here and where you want it to go. Slow steps. Finally, let's take a look at any advice that Spirit has for you. To finish off the reading and balance out your elements, we have Grasshopper Spirit, take a leap of faith. Yeah, you're probably going to be the one that instigates this conversation here. But that only shows more of your authority, like being able to actually do that. Because not everybody is at that point. That's how you've earned your stripes. Next we have Flamingo Spirit, embrace the in-between. Yeah, you don't always need to go, go, go. Especially when something needs to be said, it's good to like take a step back. You can't control everything all the time, so embrace the ride and like the flow of things. And whether you receive an offer or you're making the offer, I think it's the time to do it now. Then we have Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. Keep your mind open. Look at both sides of the equation, both sides of the coins. And finally, Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. Yeah, have confidence. You've earned your stripes. Believe you can manifest exactly what you want, and it's going to come effortlessly. Lots of sevens in your crown, in your mind here. 7 is all about like after the change, it's like keeping the change. So again, coming back that any changes that you make now, they're going to be long lasting. Very good energy here, but yeah, have that conversation. Don't forget. Don't let it fester too long. But it seems like it's very like the groundedness, the authority. Be careful with that because it's coming strongly everywhere. It's very earthy. And yeah, that is all that I see for you, pile number 2. If you're looking for ways to support me, that's all going to be in the description box. As well as the decks that I use. Those are also going to be listed below. If you're looking for a more personal reading about your elements as well, I have a link to my website if you are interested in that. And yeah, if you picked a different pile as well, we'll see you then. If not, have a great one, guys. All right, pile 3. If you chose this petrified wood, as well as the Anima Mundi tarot deck, this is going to be your reading. We're going to start off with the main energies for each of the elements. Then we're going to take a look at how they're weak, how they're strong, how to balance them. And then we're going to take a look a little bit at some advice from Spirit. So first, let's take a look. These are going to be for the main energies. Let's take a look at for fire. We have earth. The frequency of earth activates our deep connection to the physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our great mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. All right, I probably got my humanitarian people in here with the fire here. Passionate about Mother Earth, very spiritual connection, probably tapped into the collective, that's for sure. Let's take a look at water. We have universal love. The frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. Yeah, your emotions are very tied to the collective and the planet itself. Might be a hard time right now with all of the stuff going on in the world, but very connected, especially with the 44 here as a master number. Let's take a look at the earth energy. We have the third eye. The frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. You can probably see beyond the illusions of the 3D. Like, you're probably not one of those that takes everything at face value. You probably question a lot of the things. You see beyond what people are trying to camouflage. Let's take a look at the air. We have synergy. The frequency of synergy supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, again, be seeing beyond the illusion, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. Well, again, with the 4, lots of 4s. You are, you're probably down here to bring the collective energies up, is what I'm getting here. Everything looks pretty balanced already, except fire. I mean, we may need a little bit more passion in our day-to-day to balance out these energies. But yeah, so far so good. Let's clarify these. Let's start out with, why is earth in our fire? And how can we bring more passion? We have the death here, shedding our old skin, in need of some new energies, some new passions. Especially seeing that you're very connected to the universe and the earth here. Maybe going out there and like doing some volunteer work could be very helpful. Could help bring back some enthusiasm in life. Seeing that you're able to actually make a difference here in the world. Let's clarify universal love here. Why is universal love? I mean, we already know that you're very connected with like whole Gaia energy here. We have the 7 of Wands. Yeah, I see that we might be a little guarded to actually like get out there and make new social connections. Like, we're probably very tapped into like our environmental energies, like animals, But we could be a little guarded with people connections. Let's clarify the third eye. Give us more clarity here with how we're so tapped in. Why is that? The Lovers. Yeah, you're here to bridge that gap between the two extremes. Bring the consciousness up here of the earth, the whole earth. You've got a pretty good pretty big energies for like purpose here. Let's take a look at synergy and how can we better use our synergy, because it looks like your mind is very aware of all the elements and how they're working together, but how can we use that even better to our advantage? The King of Wands, taking the lead, maybe starting a new humanitarian project here, or environmental project here. But we're definitely meant to use this energy here and grow something. With the elephant is very wise, so use that wisdom. We need it, especially nowadays. All right, let's take a look at where the elements might be a little weak. First for fire. Gold, attract abundance. You may be feeling poorer than you actually are. And I mean, abundance isn't always about money. Like, it might be harder for you to see all of the things that you actually have, but it seems like you do. You're very abundant. But it might be to bring that enthusiasm back in life, to actually see, be grateful for all the things that you have. Odds are, if you're watching this, you have a phone, you have a TV, you have a roof over your head. Those are all little things that are, like, not everybody has. Let's take a look at here for the water here. Where is it weak? Burgundy with awaken your passion. Yeah, we need a bit more fire, a bit more passion. Bring more passion into our connections. And with everything going on in the world, like, enthusiasm is like, it needs it. Like, you need to find that enthusiasm for life. See that there is good things happening in the world too, but we're just bombarded all the time with all of the negative. Let's take a look here at how Earth is weak. We have orange, nurture self. 6 here with 16 as well. Yeah. Being able to see beyond the illusions sometimes could cause tension in the body. So be sure to, like, take a look at yourself as well. Like, self-care is very important. Self-care will make you more, will bring the energy better, like, especially with the orange here, connecting back to fire. You'll have more motivation to do more. To bring that enthusiasm here. Make everything more dynamic. Let's take a look at synergy. Apricot, rejoice and laugh. I think you're not giving yourself enough credit for how tapped in you are. And all of that can bring, like, all of that energy. Like, look at everything is orange, or like in the reds. Everything is like weak with fire. You need to find all those little bits of passion, like, bring those all back to all of the elements here. You need more passion in your connections. You need more passions with your materials. So, like, treat yourself. Like, buy yourself a little thing that you love. Like, have that chocolate bar. Nurture yourself. Give yourself a big hug. And then here as well with the synergy, the only thing that's coming back again is the fire. everything will come into balance with it. We just need fire. We just need more enthusiasm. Rejoice and laugh. We need to have fun with life. Let's clarify these though. Let's clarify, why is abundance, why is it hard to attract? Why is it blocked here? We have the Two of Wands. We could be not stepping into what we really want to do. Have a trip. Find again, like, rejoice and have fun with life. And again, it's not always about money. This is all about, like, experiences, having more experiences. Because especially with the earth here, you're probably already pretty comfortable, very abundant. You need that enthusiasm here. Again, let's clarify why awaken your passion is in the water, which is all about intuition and your connections. We have the Five of Cups. Yeah. Could have had some bad experiences that kind of left a sour taste in our mouth. You see kind of the little penguin here. I don't think it made it. It's very hard energies. Careful not to drown out the pain here. Like, it's okay to, we all need our little poisons to get through, but be careful, always in moderation. But see, you're not alone here. You're still not alone. Like, open yourself up to other people. Is like, it might humanize you as well, as you'll see that you're not the only one going through a bunch of stuff right now. And that can help. That can help us get through stuff. I understand. We all need, like, our alone time to nurture ourselves, but we also nurture ourselves through other people. We're social creatures. We need that social. Let's clarify. How can we nurture ourselves better? We have the Six of Swords. Yeah, make it a point to move on to calmer waters here. And you don't need to give up to move on, and you don't need to like let go to move on. It's always going to be part of you. But you can find different ways to make it more make it more okay to move on, because otherwise it like you're just pinned down at the same spot, and it really, like, all the fire goes away. We're too in our feels. And how can we rejoice and laugh more? How can we turn, probably getting a lot of anxiety, how can we turn that around? The Wheel of Fortune, just give it time. You see you see the death and rebirth here. There's new growth that's on the way. Right now it's more about, like, nurturing yourself. Find that zest for life again. Underneath here we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, wish fulfillment. Let's take a look at how these energies are strong, though, because we know it's about to change. The wheel is turning. Let's take a look at how fire is strong. Tarot cards. We got guidance. Signs are all around you, and they're trying to guide you. They're trying to, like, when we see these synchronicities and signs, it does bring back some enthusiasm into your life, because it makes you believe in magic still. Like, it goes back to your childhood. If you're able to, like, believe in the magic of life. And don't be too proud to ask for help. We all need a little guidance. Let's take a look at how water is strong. Watchtower of the West, we have autumn. And if you're watching this reading as I'm posting it, we are just about to enter fall here. So your sensitivity, that's your strength. Your like empathy doesn't come naturally. You have to be shown empathy. And you need to have empathy to have psychic abilities. So use those. You're already halfway there. Like empathy comes easy to you because you've gone through all of these. You can relate. And that's why you're so tapped in with the universe. You've been around the block is what I'm getting. Let's take a look at how Earth is strong. Witch's Cottage, security. Yeah, getting a lot, like you're probably very comfortable materially. So use that security. You have all the tools that you need for support from home, so use those. Make sure that your little cottage is exactly how you want it. That's a good way to nurture yourself too. You make your home like super inviting. All these little knickknacks that have a like sentimental value to you. Making an altar. It brings some of that zest back. Making a sanctuary. Let's take a look at how air is strong. Watchtower of the East with spring. Yeah, again with the Wheel of Fortune here that was turning, it's like all the foundations are there. You have 2 watchtowers here. And they're not like the towers in the tarot where like divine intervention type thing. Those are solid. Autumn, spring, and then just know that everything is going to get better. And I know we hear that a lot, and like, but it's true. Like the good times, they're always going to end, but the bad times are also always going to end. It's a cycle. It keeps going. The wheel keeps turning. Let's clarify these. Where can we get more? How can we be more in tune so we can see the guidance that is all around us? The Two of Wands. Again, with the Two of Wands, same card here. It really wants to be known. There's somewhere that we want to go, that we need to take some steps to go there. Something that we want to awaken. Something that we want to move towards. We have the Hierophant with autumn here, with fall. There's 2 keys. We might be pulled between 2 things that we really want. Well, just try both. You have both keys. You have everything that you need. And if one of them ends up not working out, you have the other one. But yeah, again, with the Hierophant, very stable energy. Just needs a little bit more of that oomph. How about security? How can we use that security to our advantage? The King of Pentacles. Taking the lead here. Yeah, we gotta take those steps. It seems like we're already on top of the mountain here. You already have the keys. You're already on top of the mountain. It's just about which way do you want to go now. Let's clarify spring. Actually, we got the Seven of Pentacles again. And I'm feeling this one as well. Page of Cups. Something about family or legacy. Where do we want to live? What do we want to leave for future generations? Again with the foundations. It's like you have the foundations, but they need to be expressed. They need to be shared. We have counterparts here. Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. If you're a man, or if you're with, I mean, either way, but the Queen of Pentacles underneath here could be something that you want to start with your significant other, or with a female energy. Let's take a look at how to balance these. Start with fire. Labradorite. Find your quietude. Yeah, make time to quiet the noise. It's going to be very beneficial for especially your creativity. Get that inspiration. Nurture yourself. But don't neglect your connections. The good ones are going to stay. For water, we have smoky quartz. Put your own oxygen mask on first. Yeah, nurture yourself. Like, we can see that, like, your empathy is a necessity, but don't forget to be empathetic to yourself as well. You matter in this equation too. It's not all about everybody else. Put your oxygen on first, so you can help bring the collective up as well. Very purpley energies. It's very much related to the mind, everything. Let's take a look at how to balance Earth. Moldavite. Buckle up, Buttercup. Yeah, you're being asked here to take the time to nurture yourself, because things are about to pick up. So take the time to put your oxygen mask on now, because stuff is about to go. The wheel's turning, and it's going to keep turning whether you're on it or not. But you can see here with the green that Earth is already pretty stable, pretty secure. You just need to nurture yourself. And you're definitely, yeah, with the co-creation here especially, it's something that that's going to benefit the whole universe is what I'm getting, the whole Earth, all of us. So we need you at your best. And let's take a look at how to balance the air, the mind. We have hematite. Reality check yourself. Okay, again with the mind here. It's like you see beyond the illusions of the 3D, but do you see through your own illusions? And that brings me back to, like, being grateful for everything that you already have. Do you see how abundant you already are? Yeah. Use all your tools here. And hematite is very grounding as well. It helps especially to get rid of all the like electronic toxicity. This is hematite right here. It's very grounding. I know I use it a lot when I feel a lot of energy, and I know that it's energy that it's not mine. That one usually helps me a lot. It's a very good stone to have if you're an empath, especially, which it very much seems like you are. But let's clarify these. Let's clarify how to find your quietude. And how is finding your quietude gonna help lighting up that fire here? We have the Devil. It seems like we're attaching, we're too attached to other things. We need to get all these chains attached to ourselves. Like we might be putting our attachments in the hands of other people, and we're giving away our power. Then obviously, like, it's going to be hard to rejoice if you're never following your own guidance, because you have a lot of guidance to give as well. Take your own advice. How can we put our oxygen on first? Where do we need to put our oxygen on first? And what matters? The Empress. Yeah, it's a time to receive rather than to give. Change your mindset with that abundance as well. It's not your time to give yet. It's your time to receive, to nurture yourself. It's time for people and things to put back into your cup. Where do we need to buckle up? Where's this fast moving energy gonna come from? The Chariot. Well, it's going to be fast and it's going to move regardless, so buckle up. And I'm seeing when you do get into that energy of receiving, you're going to receive a lot. There's so many people ready to give to you. You just got to allow them to. You can't be always the one that gives. It's your time now to receive. And finally, where do we need a little bit of a reality check? The High Priestess here. And I've seen the message here. Like, take your own advice. You give so much advice to everybody else, but you're not taking your own advice. Your intuition is very on point, so use it to your advantage. We got the Four of Wands underneath here. You got the whole package. Let's get these last little bit of advice from Spirit. We have the Lizard Spirit, dream the world into being. Yeah, and we need more more conscious co-creators, especially now. Like, don't think about the devil. You turn that energy to your benefit. Change all those negative experiences into positive. There's always something to learn from those. We have Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Yeah, get into a new experience, a new passion. Keep it interesting. Got lots of 8s as well, so it's probably going to bring you more abundance, like financially, eventually. But we need to get started. Parrot Spirit, watch your words. Yeah, don't waste time arguing with people still living in the vision, like the lies. Yeah, that's just gonna waste your own energy, and you have more energy to share, like, everywhere else. Don't waste time with those. Watch where you give out your energy in the 3D, especially. Then we have Otter Spirit. You are never alone. Yeah, keep in mind that spirit is always with you and his support is all around you. It's like spirit wants you to rely a little bit more on it instead of yourself. And these numbers are all very high. So yeah, it's double confirmation that, yeah, you are now at, you're at the end of a cycle and it's time for something new. But yeah, that is all that I see from my pile threes. If you're looking for more of a personal reading about your elements, there's going to be a link in the description box to get one of those from my website, as well as all the cards that I've used, all the decks that I've used are all going to be listed in the description box. And if you chose a different pile, we'll see you there. If not, have a great one, guys. Pile 4, if you chose this beautiful Labradorite, as well as the Pastel Journey Tarot, this is going to be your reading about balancing your elements. First, we're going to take a look at the main energy for each of the elements. We're going to look at where they're weak, where they're strong, how to balance them, and then finally, we're going to take a look at any advice from Spirit. So let's get down to it. For fire, what do we have? We have change. The frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality, both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. All right, so we're on the hunt for some new adventure. Here's what I'm getting. For water, what do we have for water? We have prosperity. The frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. Okay. And from Latin, prosperus means doing well. So obviously your water is doing well. Very prosperous there, very abundant. Let's take a look at Earth. We have Gaia. The frequency of Gaia reminds us that we are infinitely connected to one another, just as we are to our great mother and to the universe that birthed us all. All right, strong sense of community here. We're conscious of our footprint is what I'm getting as well. And finally, for air, we have Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. Lots of earth energy, very grounded. Let's clarify these. Let's start out with change. What are we looking for here? Our new adventure. Temperance. Kind of finding the balance here, because I do see here is very blue and green. So we're missing that fire. We need a little bit of passion in our lives. This is where we need to change to bring back the balance. And I do see here with the candle here, it's almost like it's almost at its end here. It needs that oomph. Let's clarify prosperity. Ace of Swords. So it seems our connections are very clear at the moment. It's very easy to see the good connections, the bad connections. Very tapped into the conscious, the collective consciousness as well. Let's clarify Gaia. Two of Cups. Yeah, we're very, very connected with our connection. So like with our water, it was all about other people. We're very connected to our other people's, like in the 3D. We've probably been spending a lot of time with other people. It is summer where I am right now, so this definitely, we have the lovers here. Probably a very prominent spending time with our loved ones here. Lots of that. With best friends. Let's try that again. There's like a bunch that fell out, so let's do that again for Merkaba. Let's clarify Merkaba in our air element. We have the Two of Wands. Again, with like travel here, a lot more adventure. We're looking for adventure. Maybe adventure with a significant other, a best friend, or because we have the both triangles here with the Merkaba, we have like the masculine and feminine, which usually means very balanced. So with so much balance, it's like it's almost stagnant. It's like we've plateaued. We need more. We need definitely more fire, more adventure. Let's take a look at where each element is weak. For fire, we have white with lighten up. You might be carrying too much for the change that we need. You might need to let go of some things. Let our fire loose. Yeah, and especially with all the people, like we might be carrying stuff that's not ours. Let's take a look at, for water, where is water weak? We have gray. Learn to scan your body. Yeah, take note of like how learning where your emotions end and where other people's emotions start. So be careful not to take on the pain of everybody, especially because you're so connected to like the collective. It can be very hard to figure out what's yours and what's not yours. So being mindful for that. Let's take a look at where earth is weak. Red, it's the fire. Yeah, we need more fire. Free yourself from the pain. It could be stopping us from, the pain could be stopping our enthusiasm here. We're thinking too much about the negative. Especially with everything that's going on in the world right now. It can get very heavy. Remember your footprint is never going to be as big as like the industrial footprint. So you're probably very conscious of that. But you can't take on the whole world, like the weight of the world. Find out what's yours and what's not. Things you can control, because everything that you can't, there's no sense in like thinking too much about that. You can't change it anyways. It's out of your hands. Let's take a look at where air is weak. We have yellow, purify the body. And then 22 here is also is a master number, all about teaching, learning. Coming back here with the learn to scan your body could help purify your body. And when the body is healthy, the mind is healthy as well. It comes back to learning what's yours and learning what's not yours. but let's clarify these. Being mindful of any heavy foods as well, that can help lighten your load like bodily. And it can help you as well as like not repeating like past experiences, because with the Merkaba here, with tapping into like the Akashic, it seems like it's very easy for you right now to tap into your Akashic, and it could be making you revisit past experiences. So be mindful of that. When we ingest too many heavy foods, it can weigh the body down, and again, the body and mind are very connected. So when one is healthy, or when one is not healthy, it reflects in all of our centers. But let's clarify these. Where can we lighten up? Strength. What I'm getting here is like putting on a facade. Like sometimes we need to feel that pain to let it go. So don't push down those feelings. When the pain comes up, feel it, and then decide if it's yours or if it's somebody else's, and then go from there. But make sure you feel it as well. Because when we put on a facade that we're too strong, it does weigh us down, because we're not being true to ourselves, and that can make our fire die. Let's take a look at how can we better scan our body. The Ten of Cups. And what I'm actually getting from that is it's not really the general Ten of Cups meaning, but it's like, are we overindulging in all of the things that and like, are we trying to drown our pain with all of the, like, too much chocolate, those heavy foods, like being mindful of that? How can we free ourselves from pain? Nine of Wands. And see, like, she's gone through something. She needs the rest right now. It's all about filling your cups with the good stuff. If you have medication, make sure you take it. I'm not a medical professional, but if they did give you some pills, you should probably take them. Make sure you refill on those if you're getting low. And how can we purify our body to help our mind? The Six of Wands here. And what I'm getting with her eye patches here, it's like we know consciously where we might be overindulging, but we're choosing to like look the other way type thing. Like she's looking back like, oh, but I went through all these things here, so like I deserve all of those. But sure you do, but in moderation. Like don't make your strength turn the other way, because there is such a thing as too much. Underneath here we have the Seven of Wands, lots of wands. So it's like the fire is in the weakness. It's weak. It needs more fire. All about the wands. But let's take a look at how they're strong now. Let's see where we can tap in the strengths here for fire. We have Austera with incubation. Yeah, the growing phase is over. It's time to come out of the shell now, like birth something. Like we were seeing with the Two of Wands there. She had the world at her stomach, like her sacral chakra. So something wants to Something wants to be birthed, something wants to change. Let's take a look at where water is strong. We have spell with manifestation. Words are very important. It's like words are important, but especially intention is just as important. So anything that you're looking to manifest, I would write it down for sure, because then you're putting it in the 3D. But remember that words, like it's a spell. It's called spelling for a reason. So watch your words. Speak good about yourself. Watch your words that you say towards yourself as well. And watch your words that you say to other people around you, or like maybe behind their back. Maybe like it might seem like just like harmless gossip, but just remember when you point the finger one, there's 3 more pointing right back at you. Let's take a look at where, but manifestation is a very good, is very on point right now. So very, like everything that you speak, which is why you have to be careful. Everything you speak will probably manifest very soon. So let's take a look at the strengths for Earth. We have familiar with guardian. Spending time with animals could be very beneficial right now. And how we treat animals is usually a reflection of how we truly are, because how we treat our vulnerable community says a lot about ourselves. And let's take a look at air and how it's strong. We have the Watchtower of the South with summer. Yeah, it's like your hard work is gonna pay off here. And with summer, you might get an old flame that gets rekindled when we start taking care of our mind and our body. Like a little summer fling that brings that enthusiasm back. But let's clarify these. What needs to be birthed right now? Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing like a makeover almost. And when we do a makeover, it's like we're a new person. It's like we're stepping into our next phase. Lots of 2s here. Freeing ourselves from pain is going to help purify our body as well. Let's clarify. What should we focus our manifestations on? The 5 of Cups, healing from that pain. Give yourself some affirmations. Look some up and start saying them every day. If you don't want to say them because you feel silly, write them down. Put them on a piece of paper, burn them, let them go. Yeah, getting rid of everything that is putting us down. Let's clarify the guardian here with the familiar. We have the Star. Could have something to do with, it's like your hopes and dreams are guarded while you take care of yourself. Find out what you need to manifest. And again, with your body, when your body is purified, it's a lot easier to manifest. Let's clarify the summer. Why is summer here? We have the 3 of Cups, celebration. Yeah, take the time to like share the cups that have spilled here. Like when we unload on other people, like venting, sometimes it can be helpful. Even just saying, spend time with other people here. Anything that's familiar will be very, very helpful right now to get out of this energy here. The Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. It's very, very heavy energy. Let's take a look at how to balance the elements. How do you balance fire? We have Larimar with Cool It Down, Babe. So yeah, starting on that adventure, going on a trip will be a great release. A great release from that pain. We need that to freeze that pain. You can't change it anymore. So there's no sense in like dwelling on it. Make sure you feel your pain as well. You need to cool it down by feeling it. Let's take a look at how to balance water. Detoxify your life with shungite. Saying what's on your heart, definitely. Don't take judgment from other people, especially if you don't like envy anything in their lives. And I mean, envy is good because it can push you to want to be better. It gives you like a grounding starter, like, okay, I'm like envious of this, that's pain that we need to transmute. Something that you take away from that is like you like this, so you want to bring more of that into your life, letting everything that you don't want away. And your body will tell you with the gray here. So another thing with purifying your body, so like maybe starting a little workout, going out for a walk, or like a 10-minute walk every day, starting slowly, getting some of that fire going. Seems like the body wants to move. And let's see how to balance Gaia here, Earth. We have Peridot. Set those heavy bricks down already. Yeah, everything that's not yours, don't take that on. It's not yours to carry. Lighten your load. But with the green here coming back a lot, it seems like the only thing weighing it down is all the pain that you're taking on from other people. Things that you can't change anymore, so just let those go. And how to balance air here. We have Chalcedony. Grab the mic and speak your mind. Yeah, speak your mind and speak your heart. That came out in both. Say what's on your mind, and the wisdom that comes out of your mouth could surprise you. Especially if we're not overthinking things. Because when we overthink things, it blocks what we really want to say. And of course, sure, there is a way to say things to people, but there is such a thing as when you don't speak your mind, when you hold it in, it turns into pain. Let's clarify how we can cool it down. We have the Ace of Pentacles here. One step at a time, plant a seed and start watering it. Let it grow. It could take time to free yourself from all the pain, especially if you've been taking the pain of the whole world. That could take time. But take your time with it. It's going to be worth it. Where do we need to detoxify? The Seven of Pentacles. What I'm getting from that is that we might be a little slow usually to plant our seeds, our own seeds. We'll like plant the seeds for everybody else, but then we forget about our own seeds. So don't forget to water your seeds as well. What heavy bricks should we set? Should we be setting down right now? The Star. And what I'm getting from that is all your hopes and dreams. They're safe while you take care of yourself. Spirit's got that. So set those down while you take care of yourself. Purify your body. Purify your mind. Because Spirit's got everything that you've been hoping for. Spirit's got it. It's coming. But you need to take care of yourself. You're like being forced into a break here. Let's take a look at what do we need to grab the mic about? The Nine of Wands, where we've been hurt. Don't be afraid to tell people when they're crossing a boundary. That needs to be said, because then you're the one that that ends up on the back burner. You're the one that gets all the problems after. And also, if you need to find out medically, like, I would definitely take an appointment. Just go to your doctors and find out, like, is there anything that I could be doing better with my body? Get all your body checked out here. And then underneath we have the Hierophant here. Yeah, learn from people. And then last but not least, let's take a look at some advice from Spirit. We have Scarlet Beetle Spirit. Magic works through you. When all our manifestations, they come easily when we're, again, in balance. That needs to bring back the fire here. And the fire doesn't always have to be pain. It needs to be enthusiasm, switching that mindset, especially with the Hierophant here. A different perspective. Squirrel Spirit, believe in yourself. All the things that you've gone through, that those were there to help you grow. With the strength that we had here, they were your strength. They weren't meant to make you they weren't meant to make you strong like a wall. They were meant to make you strong as in vulnerable, being able to be vulnerable. And I would say here with lighten your load at 24 and then the change as at 12, it's like you need to lighten your load with at least half. So like half of what is yours and then half of what is like everything else, all the energies that you're taking on from other people, those need to go. And your heart, it speaks through your intuition, but your intuition speaks through your body. So when your body is lightened up, when your body is pure, and it's never going to be 100% pure, so let's get that out of the way now. But like when your body is more in balance, it's you get that confidence back too. You feel good. You feel good in yourself. We have Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. Another 22 here. Yeah, so like there's definitely something going on with the body here. Like it seems like the earth element is very balanced, but there's something about the body that needs to be looked at. We might be a little bit delusional about something here. But if we're pushing something aside too much, it's going to come back worse. do one more here. Parrot spirit, watch your words. Yeah, especially that we had the spell here. Your words are going to be very they're going to manifest almost instantly is what I'm getting. So be very careful with the words that you use. Be very careful with the words that you use towards yourself. And pride and self-worth, those are gifts. They're not meant like, if not arrogant, but it means you have a healthy ego. You have self-worth. Believe in yourself. Listen to that little voice. And like people's subtle hints, because your intuition is like, your intuition is very on point here. So follow, like, you know best. When you have a like, people will always give you subtle hints about things that are off about them. And also just live and let live. Like, allow for healthy space between you and others. Like, curiosity didn't kill the cat, hesitation did. So just don't focus on what people are doing. Focus on what you want to do, is what I'm getting here. Twos are going to be very important, so watch out for any synchronicities about the twos, because it's all over your reading. And yeah, this is all that I'm getting for you, pile 4. If you want to know more, have a little bit more of a personal reading, I'm going to have a link in the description box to my website if you wanted to get one of those, as well as all the decks that I used are going to be in the description box. And if you picked a different pile, we'll see you there. If not, you have a great one, guys.